As humans, we are kind of social critters, and we tend to congregate around those interests we share with other people. I'm going to tell you a bit about mine. I want to hear about yours. Stay with us. Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Video Call-In Show, that show that invites you, yes, you, to be a live video guest on this program to talk about whatever you want to. Could be the topic of the day, could be current events, could be personal promotion, could be anything you want to. You just come and chew the fat with your old buddy Jim. That would be me. I am Jim, your host. I will be here for about the next hour to listen and learn to and about you. Now, joining is really easy. All you've got to do is visit zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and when you ask for it, put in that meeting number. You'll come up in my green room, and I'll bring you up in the order of calling in, of course. Now, this is one of those nights where on Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, this is one of those nights where I take you one-on-one. And like I said, as you come in. And tonight, however, oh, by the way, if that's the kind of content that sounds good to you and you might think you might want to come on the show sometime, hit that subscribe button right now. Don't cost nothing. And also ring that notification bell so you do not miss an episode. Welcome, everyone. Tonight, I thought I'd start off the conversation with a little jaunt into clubs and what kind of clubs we are all have been a part of or are a part of. Now, like I said in my opening, we are social critters and we tend to gather around those like interests, right? I want to hear about your like interests. I'm going to tell you a few of mine while we're here. And then, of course, I want to hear about yours. Now, having said that, let's see. We can start real early on this one. Cub Master. Yes, I was actually in the Cub Scouts myself. I was not a Cub Master, but I was in the Cub Scouts for a very short time. And that is a club of sorts, right? It was fine. Oh, by the way, short time. Just a second here. Look at me. I'm already hitting the live stream on my own live stream. Today's topic of the day has been brought to you by Drone Kings in Darwin. That is Drone Kings in Darwin. Drones family, wonderful editing scenery from down under. That is Drone Kings in Darwin. Brad, thank you so much for the topic suggestion this evening. I appreciate it. If you guys dig family fun with drones and other things, I mean, he's he's into supercars, which they call V8 supercars down there. Drone, just beautiful footage. Some of the highlights of events in Darwin and the rest of Australia. Go visit Drone Kings in Darwin. There's a link in the description box because it is some awesome stuff. I love his editing skills. Dude, I love your editing skills. Let me say, before I get into too many, you've heard Cub Scouts, before I get into too many more, let's hit the chat and see who's here. Mitch Parks, 1738, how are you? Welcome to the show, my friend. Patty Broussard, I've seen you all over today. Have we not run into each other 100 times? Wendell Live, welcome back, my friend. Darlene Cryer, awesome to have you here. Let's see. Susan Hamilton, always a pleasure when you show up. There's Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch. Adam, how you doing? Now, last night's topic was brought to you by Crap My Dad Makes Me Watch, so you know. And you guys are free to submit topic ideas at any time you want to. There is a link in the description box. Or as I sit here, the crotch box, as some people call it. Inspired John, how you doing, buddy? Loved the, well, I'm not going to say I love the photo on Pusha Studios, but that was nice, man. I too was pantsless and might be now. I'm not telling. I'm absolutely not telling. And there's Drone Kings in Darwin. How you doing, Brad? Good to see you as always. Hazel-eyed Siren, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Okay, so where was I? You're welcome, Inspired John. Yeah, I know. I almost went there, and I'm like, that was just uncomfortable for everyone, I think. Okay, so we started out with the Cub Scouts. I'm still waiting for you guys to tell me yours. And that means you got to come on the show. Oh, and if you have a question, as Nightbot, my resident idiot bot, has already pointed out, if you've got a question for me or any of my guests, by all means ask it in the chat, but make sure that you tag me so I can see it. I have a hard time paying attention to the chat when I'm with a guest, and that is for good reason. I like to give all my attention to the folks that are kind enough to come on my show. Oh, Flash Raid is coming. That means the Flash fam's on their way, guys. Awesome. How you doing, GoPro Unlimited? Good to see you again. So, all right. So let's see. Cub Scouts is one of them. I don't think I'm going to go into any high school clubs. I wasn't really a high school club guy. In fact, I did a lot of sports in elementary, middle, and elementary, middle school. And then in high school, sex, drugs, and rock and roll and motorcycles became a part of my life. And that's another club I was involved in, the AMA. No, I'm not a doctor. The American Motorcycle Association. And you had to be a member to race most of the tracks in central Indiana and most of the states. And it was really kind of great because they also had a point system. And this is something you may not know about me. At the end of the 1980 season, yes, 1980, I was fourth in the state and was getting ready to go national. I was getting ready to go into the qualifiers to go national. And I had an accident in my first qualifier, practice no less, by some moron on a Honda 250. Thank God it was a Honda 250 because the chain was on the right side, not one of the Suzuki or Yamahas where the chain is on the left side, because my arm went right into his spokes, got sucked between the spokes and the swing arm, and my throttle arm was never the same. So that's all I have to say about that. But the club was fun. The club was awesome. Hey, there's Jesse, Mr. Lodak. How you guys doing? Dawson Strickland, welcome to the show, my friend. So anyway, I was 3, not third, age of 3. Okay. Arthur Moorhead, how you doing? I don't know what you mean, Adam. I was 3, not third, age of 3. Did you say something else elsewhere? I'll have to look for it. AV Club. Oh, AV Club. Mm-hmm. Yep. I remember the only thing I really did in high school that was related to, any sort of maybe even extracurricular activity was maybe a chess club, because you had to choose one, for some odd reason. Fell in love with chess, but really it was all sex, drugs, and rock and roll and motorcycles. And, I just never had time for any school stuff in high school. Now, that's another thing. If, you know what I ought to do? It's Train Vlogs. What? Where's Train Vlogs? I don't see him. Train Vlogs, you in the house? There he is, Dawson. Yes. How you doing? I had to look at your icon, dude. Welcome back, man. It's been a long time. Good to see you, as always. Ohio Relic Hunter, welcome to the show. Hey, Ed, how you doing, man? Thanks for bringing the Flash Fam over. Always appreciate that. There's Above and Beyond Drones. Jim, how you doing? Photography Club was fun. Black and white days, Jimbo. I know, right? I know. Like I said, though, I wish... this is a subject matter that I just thought of, and I think somebody suggested. I'll have to go back through my notes. But if you had it to do all over again, what would you change? If you know then, or if you knew going back what you know now, what would you change? That is a great subject thing. I'm going to make a note of here in a moment. But anyway, back to clubs that I've been involved in. Let's see. After the AMA, geez, I don't know. There are a lot of organizations I joined that could be considered clubs. There was the Central Indiana Real Estate Investors Association. I was a member of Realtor for a while, which is more of a professional organization because it costs. Now, clubs do have dues, so that's kind of the way I see that. There's nothing beyond that in being a realtor. Just for a short time, I wanted to see what real estate transactions were like on that or from that side, from that perspective. And I tell you, it was a great education. Helped a lot on real estate investments, right? Oh, some people are going to hate me for this, but I'm a member of the NRA, as is most of your neighbors. Um, just sneaking in, David Villa, how you doing? Happy eating. Aloha to you, my friend. Bob Dip coming over from Flash Fam. Welcome, Bob. Good to see you again, man. You've returned. So, Dawson, you've returned to YouTube. That's awesome. One of these days, you're going to have to jump on and tell me that story. Now, remember, guys, we don't have to talk about your clubs. We don't have to talk about the Bearded Tactical or the Tactical Beard Club. If you notice my hat, do you see that? You guys may have to go full screen on it. It's Chinesium. They misspelled beard. I had to buy this because they misspelled beard. Yes, awesome. Another NRA member. Sweet. That is a club, but it's also an organization that protects our Second Amendment rights, which everyone should do. If you read the Federalist Papers, you'll know why, and that's all I'll say about that. So, oh wow, Jim, I didn't know you were an NRA member as well. Awesome. David, the producer, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Jack Noah, how you doing, man? I haven't seen you in ages. Well, welcome back, by the way. That is so cool. Okay, so I'm still waiting for you guys to call in, and you know how to do it, right? You just visit zoom.us, click on join a meeting, and when it asks for it, enter that number right there. Could not be any. We don't have to talk about clubs. We can talk about anything you want to. So I'm going to keep going. Mr. Lodak, how you doing? I think I already said hello to him, but that's okay. Down east, detecting and prospecting. How are you? Evening to you, my friend. Evening. Good evening. Yeah. And if I've missed you, let me know. Patty Dive. Ooh, is that a club? Happy Eating? I'm not familiar with PADI. That's awesome. Let's see, what other clubs have I been involved in over the years? I can't think of too many more, to be honest with you. Niggabrain Peterson. What's welcome to the show. Ooh, international crap my dad makes me watch says International Brother of Magicians, National Counseling Association. Oh, I almost forgot about the Indianapolis Computer Society, which, you know, those go. Oh, and another one, Webmasters Guild. A lot of those type of groups popped up at the beginning of, you know, the interwebs, really, and actually just prior to that, actually based on the old bulletin boards, where people would gather virtually, and then they would create, you know, communities offline as well. Well, the Indianapolis Computer Society was one of those. And the reason I became a member of that, if some of you might remember, I talked last night about one of my proudest moments was pulling off a public speaking engagement of that magnitude. I mean, we're talking a couple hundred people in the room, and that is a lot of people to yammer at, to have something to say, to keep a conversation flowing, and to, you know, throw in some jokes and you know, things like that, and then to get a standing ovation. That was awesome. But yeah, I was involved in that. Webmasters Guild was kind of a separate sort of thing. Those are the people that are actually building the web at its very beginning. A lot of different, actually there was a national Webmasters Guild, and then there were local chapters, and I happen to be a board member on both of those, actually. So
check.
You can imagine. Well,
hey, I'm barely even ready here.
It's okay. You don't look at all like Miranda.
No, I don't. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Doing great.
Fantastic.
Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday to you. It's a good Tuesday, actually. I'm even though, well, I won't go into my problems because I had forgotten all about my my vertigo. I have benign
Vertigo.
Yeah, it's benign positional vertigo when the crystals in your ear you know, fall out of place, and then you get that feeling like you know, you've had too much to drink and the room's spinning, that sort of thing. Yeah,
Right.
that's exactly how it feels, but only when you tilt your head in a certain way. Today it was all day long, and it's the first time ever.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, it's treatable. I mean, there are some head movements which I haven't done yet. That will get the crystals back in place, and then you're good. You know.
It
So
sounds very mystical.
it is very mystical. I know crystals,
I
crystals
have
in the ear,
never
and
heard of this before.
yeah, you
I
you
mean, I've heard of vertigo,
you
obviously,
you
but I've
wave a
never
duck
heard of
over. Yeah,
somebody duck.
you wave a duck over your head 3 times, and have to chant for a bit, and then it goes away. No.
Wow. Well, I hope you're okay, bud.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, it's and again, I don't want to make this show about me any more than I already have. It is something that when it first hit you and you're not aware that it exists,
Right.
makes you feel like you're done. I'm never going to be able to drive again. I'm never going to be able to do anything, you know. And then once you learn about it, it's not that bad.
Never experienced anything like that. Wow, that's crazy.
It's a lot more prevalent than you would think. Thanks, One to Live. Vertigo, a great movie.
What brings that on? Is what starts that condition? If you don't mind me asking, I hope
I don't
I'm
really
like
know. I don't even think they know.
really.
All they know is that there are crystals in. Well, you've got like three different panes of semicircles in your ear canal,
Okay.
and that is like your XYZ axis, and that's how your body knows where you're actually at.
Hmm.
Well, there are crystals at the base of all three of those stalks, and sometimes they can well, if I guess if the fluid gets loose enough, then the crystals can escape and get into those tubes. Like when you're sleeping, they'll actually fall into the lower portion of the tubes,
Hmm.
and then you have that feeling like you're out of balance because you literally are. Your body thinks you're out of balance, and therefore you are. So it's just like being drunk without any of the benefits of alcohol.
Yeah, it controls your equilibrium, right?
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And it fools you because I'll get up and you know how the Mexican bat race, right? Where you take a shot of tequila, you run around the bat with your
Nice.
forehead. You never heard of that?
That
Oh
race.
man,
I've
yeah.
never heard of this.
Oh, it's awesome. You literally take a shot of tequila. You put your
Okay.
forehead on a bat. Bat's got to be on the ground. You have to spin around.
Oh, I've seen that
Yep,
before.
yep.
Yes.
And then you
Yes.
take off, and of course, you're off.
Right.
Well, that's how it feels when it really hits you. You can get
Wow.
up
Well, it's
and
like being on like a cruise, right? Yeah, because your equilibrium
yeah,
just goes out of whack.
yeah, and a lot of people will get seasick because of it.
Yes.
Yeah, doesn't
Exactly.
yeah, it doesn't happen to me, but a lot of people will. Let me get your title up there, David. Surely you feel naked over there. Should I put Miranda?
Please do.
Okay.
Juliet the Miranda.
Yeah, it's like I said, there are a lot more people that suffer with it than we realize. In fact, I would guess that most people don't even realize if they get up and they're dizzy for a minute, and they may have a lesser form of it. It goes back in all good. Then they're probably like, oh, okay, well, that was just a weird thing. Got up too fast, right? Oh,
So how debilitating is it? So are you like when it happens to you, are you out of commission or do you just have to like, take a couple minutes to recoup?
yeah. You take a couple minutes, actually a few seconds, for the room to stop spinning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've already figured out what my Achilles heel is, and that is going down on my right side. If I like go underneath this desk to work on some wires or something,
Hmm.
if I go down on my right side and I do that, I know it's going to hit me. Then I just got to stop for a moment, wait for the wait for the spinning to stop, or at least it feels like your eyes are moving. Wait for that to go away, and then I'm good. Then I can work on it, and you tend to move slower into those positions than you.
Oh, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you train yourself, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Wow.
I mean, we
Wow.
can almost live with
That's hard.
anything, yeah, when it comes to that. But it hadn't hit me in, oh man, it's got to be almost a year now, so I'd almost forgotten about it.
So speaking of clubs, that puts you in the spinny club,
It
right?
puts me in the spinny club.
Right.
Yes, I'm in the non-drunk spin club.
And it's so not worth it. You don't even get the benefit.
I know. I can't cuss anybody out. I can't start fights with people bigger than me. I can't hit on women that would never. None of that good stuff.
Oh, Lord. That's awesome.
Oh man, I can't black out. Oh, damn, it just never ends, man.
That's you know what I've heard of people having equilibrium problems and having some sense of that you don't want to call it a disability, but that will fall over or will trip or will have issues with their balance based on that, right?
Yes.
That certain what do you call it?
Klutz? No.
Do you call it a like a bout or what do you what
Yeah,
is the
yeah,
word?
you would call it a bout.
Okay.
You're having a bout of vertigo or oh shit. I know there's another word for that.
How
Um,
often is it?
well, it depends. I can actually bring it on. I can force it on if I wanted to. I know.
I don't think you want to.
No, 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 no. It sucks. It's not. Well, because I'm used to it now. It's been about I don't know 4 or 5 years that I've had it.
4 or
So
5 years.
yeah. So
Was there like something that triggered it that you
nope,
think,
nope.
or
And
it just
that's
came
funny.
on out of nowhere?
Just came out of nowhere. That's funny because Happy Eating said typically your viral infection comes from bacteria. Been swimming lately, but yes, I have been swimming lately when I went on vacation, but not. It's never affected me in that way, right? I never have that sort of after swim swimmer's ear or any
Right.
sort of ear problems whatsoever outside of that. Never had tubes in my ears when I was younger. No, nothing.
But it doesn't come from a viral infection
Nope.
or something that brings it on. It's just out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's just the crystals that get out of place. Now,
Wow.
I'm sure they probably have more explanation for it than that. I doubt very seriously that it's a viral infection or bacteria or anything like that. I think it's just. Oh wait, I'm reading Patty's here. Some disease cause. No, I have not. And the only thing I've been diagnosed with, Patty, is arthritis.
Schizophrenia? Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, no, no. The other person in here did. Uh, but I wasn't diagnosed. It was that other guy in here. Um, no, that's the only thing I've ever been diagnosed with. My doctor just said, well, it's just benign positional vertigo if it comes and goes, and it's literally positional based, and so they just sent me on my way and said, if it gets too bad, there are things we can do. There's some drugs that we can minimize the effects, that sort of thing. And I said, well, sign me up. No.
I'm in.
Drugs? No. Drugs, you say, doc? How do you pronounce that? Meniere disease? Meniere? Hmm. I can't say as we're very well versed in the medical field. Cutting salt and alcohol helps tremendously. Well, you got half of it. I'm not cutting it.
Wow.
I'm not cutting the alcohol. I do cut as much salt out of my diet as I possibly can, but not alcohol. No, sorry. I'll find
That's
it.
just wrong.
I'll find a chair. So what's new in your world? Let's stop talking about my ears. What's new in your world, David?
Actually has some possibly big news today. Actually emailed back and forth with Mr. Mark Cuban today, and it looks like he's going to be on the show.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So they have the season 11 of what is that? Shark Tank.
Shark
that's
Tank, yeah.
on ABC, and he's going to be on the show.
You guys going to pitch anything to Mark? You should. You should come up with something.
Exactly.
Mark, I invented this bottle that.
Hey, it looks like a ShamWow. It's not. Don't
It's
worry.
not. No. We settled out of court.
Yeah, Mark's a good guy.
Is he?
It seems to be. Yeah. Actually, oddly enough, I was in contact with his production company, and then all of a sudden, Mark just started, emailing me, and I'm like, okay, I've never had a billionaire emailing me before, so that's interesting. So,
Well, this is new.
this is new. Yeah. But he's a great guy, and they're going to start September 29th, and we're going to have him on sometime around the premiere of the show.
Oh, that'd be cool. That
Yeah.
would be cool. Where will that be? airing, David?
Right around the first weekend in October, I
No, no,
think.
no, no, no. Where? Would you tell the folks where?
The podcast, which is the Unwritable Rant.
Okay, okay, good, 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 good.
Yes.
Are you also going to videotape it?
Well, we're trying to determine because he's done Skype interviews in the past, and we're trying to see if he can do it over Skype, and if he can, because he's done Skype interviews in the past. He doesn't know, the other technologies like Zoom and the other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can get him to do a Skype video interview, it would be awesome,
Oh,
and we're
yeah.
trying. But
Yeah.
if not, at the very least, we're gonna have audio.
Oh yeah, well that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, dual duty, man. It's like
Yeah.
never pass up that that
Yeah.
opportunity, right?
I've only talked to 100 airs in my life, so I have no idea.
Oh, you're talking to one right now, my friend.
I know. Look at this guy right here. Exactly.
100 air. I love that. You look like $100, honey. That's always a win.
So how are you? Your channel's like blowing up. You're doing great. Tell me what's new for you.
Nothing really. I mean, thank God I got some great friends that got me out of that funk I was in.
What funk?
Oh, I was in a terrible funk last week, man. I had some really bad days stack up, one right after the other, and it wasn't enough to take me off the air, but whew, man, I was in the dumps. And
Yeah, you had a tough week.
oh yeah, it's like everyone has one of those days where nothing goes right. Absolutely.
Yeah, of course, we all have.
Yeah. Well, I had two of those in a row, and not only that, but plenty of bad news and things that weren't happening that I wanted to happen. So it was like
Nothing to do with the channel, though, right? I mean, is this just more personal life stuff?
yeah, total personal life stuff.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, no, I am thrilled with my growth, and more so the people that come see my show than like on subscribers or anything. So, and not only that, but I love that my notification ratio is far above the YouTube norm. I love that. That means that people literally want to hear that my show's coming on. They want to come back, and I don't have a lot of empty subscribers. I like to think so.
So now, how can you tell how many people that have? Well, you obviously know how many people subscribe to you, but how many, or how can you tell how many people have rang the bell and are getting those notifications?
It's one of the new.
Can you tell that?
Yeah, it's one of the new features on the YouTube analytics. So if you go in and you look at the analytics, and I can't remember which portion that is. It's which tab.
I'll look it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that was new.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, it's only a week or two old actually. I think it's on Reach Viewers. Yeah. No, it's not on Reach Viewers. Viewers interest maybe. No, build an audience maybe. Yes, it's on build an audience tab.
Oh, okay.
And
All
it'll
right,
tell you
I'll
how
check
many,
that out.
how many of your subscribers have rung the bell, and how many of those subscribers have turned on all notifications for your channel and enabled YouTube notifications. So,
I got to check that on my channel because I have no content. It would be awesome if people actually, rang the bell.
oh yeah, and I mean that's what you want, man, because
Right.
that tells you immediately that people want to come back and see your stuff, right? Oh, hey, I gotta say hello to I gotta answer some stuff here. Happy Eating Jim Video Calling Show. Does Dave have a YouTube channel? Dave, you want to tell him about your YouTube channel?
My YouTube channel has absolutely zero content, so I am going to be useless to you. Sorry about that. But
Although,
if you'd like to see Juliet's, and I'm the producer of that show, if you'd like to see Juliet's content, you can go to Juliet Miranda.
Juliet Miranda, you guys are legally married, right? It's not like common law or anything. Okay.
Legally.
Well, no.
In some states, depending on what state you have. Yes, we are.
Okay.
We've been married for 10 years.
Oh, wonderful. Congrats on the 10 years.
Thank you.
For you guys that don't know, Juliet Miranda has a fantastic show. She got a podcast, The Unwritable Rant, where it's blue, no doubt about it. It's blue as hell, but it is great. It's funny. She's a great storyteller, and Dave produces that show, as well as most of the content on her YouTube channel. So go check that out for sure.
She interviews celebrities. If you look on our page out there, or Juliet's page, I should say, she's interviewed Mike Rowe, Charlie Daniels, just a whole
Joe
bunch of
Bob.
Joe Bob Briggs. Yeah, he's awesome. He just texted Juliet the other day. I said, "Okay, what's your favorite bourbon? Because I'm going out and buying it now." I'm like, "Why is he texting you?" He's awesome.
That's
He's
a good
so
thing, man.
much fun.
Connections, dude. Connections, right?
Yeah, he's coming back out here to Chicago, and we're going to hang out again.
Sweet.
So I'm looking forward to that. He's a super sweet guy. A lot of people don't know who Joe Bob Briggs is, but if you remember Monster Vision from the 80s, that was a TV show that he hosted.
Yes, yes. Wasn't he a comedian for a long time? Stand up? No, he didn't do stand up.
No, he's
I thought
actually,
for sure.
oddly enough, he's a Pulitzer Prize winning author.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't expect that.
Right? I didn't either. When I met him, I'm like, okay, this guy's the real deal.
Yeah.
No, he's a really smart guy. He has been he was on TV from the 80s to the 90s, then took off 30 years, and now he's back on. And he's back on a what is it called? It's called Shudder. Shudder is the network he's on.
Right.
So really nice guy.
Stacking Stormtrooper, welcome to the show. I was just on his live stream not so long ago, and he just had a premiere earlier. I'm glad you made it, dude. I'm glad you made it. Lee the Nerd, it showed up because Stacking Stormtrooper told you to. That's awesome, dude.
And I see WTF Mike. I see Nancy. I see Redneck. Great people out there.
Dole Whip Dad's here. How you doing, bud?
Oh, Dole Whip.
Yeah.
We're maybe seeing him in Florida when we go to Disney in October.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're hoping so.
I owe an apology to Dole Whip Dad and Germany Travel Personal Guide. he's probably, I don't think he's not with us. Well, because I went to Florida and I didn't make time to, maybe meet up with those guys if it was even possible. Now I was on the other coast from Darren, I think, but Dole Whip, we never talked about that, dude. We probably should have. My apologies. Hey, viewed this. How you doing, Tony? Good to see you. Was blind. Welcome.
Tony's out there. You know what the thing I love about Tony is? He never has stories. I don't know what it is about him.
I know. He's he's a guy that keeps to himself.
I love Tony.
He just doesn't put himself out there.
Tony's
never
the best.
I know he is. Gypsy Heart Entertainment. Welcome to the show, hon. Did I see Ronnie G was here?
Tony does not get enough credit because he has introduced me to probably 2 or 3 channels that I am now like religiously watching because of him.
I agree, man. I agree.
He should get more credit.
Live in Fort Worth. Oh, I thought you were in Florida, Dole Whip. My bad.
No, he's not in Florida, but he goes out there a lot.
Yeah.
He goes obviously to Disney World, right?
So there's that, yeah.
Goes out there a lot. He's a big fan.
Oh yeah, very big fan. Shauna Marie Benny, how you doing? RJ Sharpie for you. Hello. Welcome to the show. So yeah, beyond that, not a lot going on, David. I mean, there's always things going on. But one of the reasons I was kind of down in the dumps was because things are kind of slow right now in business world for me. And it's just one of those things. Ageism is real. You can always find somebody younger and do it for less money anymore.
Well, what do you do? I know you do a lot of things. I've heard the marketing stuff that you've done and, some of your past history. But what is it that you're focused on right now that you either are doing or want to do?
Who is Nathan Johnson? What is it?
I'm not trying to put you on the spot.
Oh, no. That's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about it at all. Yeah, there is so much that I do and I love doing and I would do again. Right now I do a whole lot of well, not a whole lot, but I do a lot of digital marketing for some clients, right? Mm-hmm. And I also do some video production, both shoot, edit, publish. I do a lot of podcast facilitation, right? So they call me and I do this.
That doesn't pay the bills.
It really doesn't. These are all piecemeal things. And And
Podcasting doesn't pay the bills. I
yeah.
can tell you that. You know, being in it for 4 years.
Well, trust
But
me. Yeah, I know. I'm
Jim, you and I have to connect offline because I have a lot of great recruiters I can hook you up with.
mm,
A lot of really great
yeah.
recruiters.
I've actually gotten some positions with headhunters. My goal is, and this makes it even tougher,
Yeah. What do you
is
want to do? That's my real question.
what do I want to do?
Yeah, I mean, what's your dream job? I mean, if you could do anything that you wanted and it could pay your bills and you would be happy, what would that thing be?
Well, honestly, and this is glib, but this right here,
Yeah,
absolutely.
it's not
But
glib at all. It's
well, I mean, it is kind of like, okay, you're on YouTube. Sure, you're going to say that, but no, I mean, I really enjoy myself doing this. I
yeah,
really look forward to every show. Um, there are things that I don't like about it, like any other job, but by far, this has much more of an upside than it does down.
right.
So, but I still love digital marketing. What I really love to do is consult companies on how to manage their digital marketing, because what I find all too often is that they're throwing needles with blindfolds on, or darts with blindfolds on, at a whole selection of digital marketing, techniques and tactics,
Hmm.
and not knowing what to do with it. I
Well,
have from the very beginning been conversion focused, right? In other words, every marketing effort you ever put to anything has to have a positive result, and
of
very
course, it has to have an ROI.
right. Well, I even developed a sheet by which I can take all of the expenses and all of the marketing efforts and show exactly how much money per dollar marketing spent that company has walked away with.
All right, Jim. So after this stream is over, you and I have to talk because the company that I work for, it's a multi-billion-dollar company
Mhm.
that is based out of Indianapolis, by the way. That you and I need to talk, and I can hook you up with the marketing team over there.
Cool. Yeah,
All right.
I'd be happy to, David. Absolutely happy
Let's
to.
talk about that after the fact.
All right. All right. You wanna set up a separate Zoom call? Because we can do
Yeah,
that.
just Zoom me after you're done with this stream. Yeah,
Okay.
and by the way, I've taken up a lot of your time and with
Oh,
all your audience. I mean, let other people up here. I feel like I'm taking up a lot of the time.
all right. Well, thanks, David. I appreciate that. And you and I will talk offline about this very subject. If
Let's do this after. What time are you ending the stream, by the way?
it might be a little later. I've got two people, no pun intended, stacked up, and and
Sexy.
I think I want to get to both of them.
Yeah.
Angel should be relatively store, but I got somebody new after that, because Angel and I, we talk pretty fast. But how do you want to do this? Why don't you email me? My
You know
email
what? I'll
is right down at
DM
the bottom.
you on Twitter and I'll
Okay.
send you my cell phone number, and then you could just text me when you want to do a Zoom
All right.
tonight.
Cool.
All right.
Sounds good, man.
Awesome.
Thanks.
Hey, have a great night, and I'll be here in the chat.
Oh,
All right.
wonderful. Thanks, David. Talk to you soon.
Be good.
Love talking to David. We sat there and we talked for almost a half an hour. I could talk to him all night. See, put you back in the waiting room, David, and let me see. Hang on there, Angel, and stay with us. My third guest. Don't go anywhere. Okay. Can you hear me, Angel?
Yeah, I hear you just fine. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How you're looking mighty dark tonight.
Well, that's because I'm using the camera that's on my laptop instead of the camera that I used before.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I have my camera put it back in its original box because days are starting to wind down before trucks come next week to pick everything up.
Next week, huh?
Yep, the 22nd, trucks will be coming, picking everything up, and it's going to be a great new adventure, and I just am looking forward to it.
Well, I can't wait to hear about it when you get all settled down there.
Well, thank you. You're always part of the Angel Club there, Grandpa Jim.
And a proud member at that. So, Drone Kings and Darwin wants a weather update. How's the weather up there right now?
The weather is muggy, humid, and I feel as though my sweat is nothing but butter because I was at the movies earlier today, and I think I'm starting to get my kernels popped.
You asked for it, Brad.
But joking aside, it was really sweaty earlier today, and the sweat did kind of felt like grease from a container of popcorn with butter at a movie theater, because it was so greasy on my forehead from the sweat. It kind of felt like someone smeared butter on it.
Nice. Okay, that was fun. So, what brings you to the show tonight, Angel?
Viewed this. Oh, come on.
What do you say?
Viewed this says, oh no, Angel, he has been all over the panel. Talker.
You've been hitting a bunch of panels tonight, have you?
Well, actually, I've been on a bunch of people's panels over the past several days. I was on Inspired John's a few times. I was on the Creator Spotlights a couple times, and I've been on a few others. So yeah.
I actually saw you on Inspired John's. I was cracking wise in the chat, having a good old time all by my lonesome. So, what about your clubs, Angel? Is that what you wanted to tell me about?
Yeah. Well, for me, I wouldn't mind if David, the producer, did the production club for me, because I want to try to get more stuff up to date on my channel, like try to figure out the proper thumbnail. Even though I'm not asking for him to do everything, I just wanted to know how I can figure out how to make a proper one. So, because I'm still in the learning stages of YouTube, and I'm still in the learning stages of my life. And the more I learn, the more I become more well-minded. And over the years since being on YouTube, I've been having a difficult time trying to come up with a good title and a great thumbnail, even though there's been a couple good ones I've had created, but I don't see them nearly as good as many others do. So it would be great if David could help out with that, or maybe teach me the ropes of how I can picture or do the thumbnails properly. And if he can also get my banner to a proper size, that'd be great. Because
Cool.
I know he's been busy, but hopefully he can get to where I could have the banner that he made for me fit on my channel, because it's a bit too small to be put.
Right. I remember that. And you're calling that the Producers Club, eh?
Yep.
Have you been in any other clubs in your lifetime?
I once was part of the Disney Movie Club, but that was so much of a stressful strength on me that I canceled the club membership before I even got to finishing the commitment that I had to make, and had to pay a hefty fine.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear that. Any others?
But clubs I'm a part of is the Movie Collectors Club. I don't collect movies as much anymore, but unless if it's a movie that I desperately loved as a kid, or loved when I saw it at the theaters, like the movie Space Jam I have here on Blu-ray, or if it's a movie franchise that I truly deeply love and would much rather have it as a complete collection, then I usually wait for a complete set, like the complete set of the Fast and the Furious franchise, or if there were to be a Toy Story collection come out with all 4 Toy Story films. So it all depends on what it is, but I don't collect films individual anymore, because it seems as though a lot of movies are being remade and continuing on with sequels. And it doesn't make any sense to buy a movie if it's going to be having a sequel later on. Like I heard that there's going to be another sequel to James Bond coming in the upcoming years. So if I were to purchase the previous James Bond film, what's the purpose of having all the movies and me having to purchase the other one separately?
Well, I don't know, but I will say this about sequels or even remakes. You know that 80% of the time, the original is better. Yep. And if it were me, I'd be all over the original as well. So, but hey, to each his own. Oh, use that tomorrow night. Don't tell
Use
anybody.
what?
Don't tell anybody. Well, tomorrow night I'm doing a show on famous favorite quotes. You know how I say it at the end, treat others as you want to be treated.
Yeah.
I want to hear what everyone else, you know, what other quotes other people have found that are inspirational or full of truth or anything like that. And to each his own is actually one of those. A little preview for you.
Oh, okay.
So you're looking forward to the move, right?
Yep.
Cool. And trucks come next week. When do you go down?
Huh?
When do you go down?
I'm leaning towards the 27th, but right now it's a toss-up between going the day after on the 23rd or waiting to the 27th, because on the 24th I have a carpet cleaning service coming over to clean my carpet and the apartment, and I have a maid service coming over as well, and on the 26th there will be a final walkthrough. But if the maid service and carpet cleaning service will be doing a good enough job, as I hope they do, then there's no point of me staying here very much longer. But I probably should stay just in case there's anything that I might notice that is not clean enough.
Yeah. Well, good. So
Oh,
27.
and I'm also a part of the vacuum cleaners club.
Oh, that I don't doubt. Official Shark member, or are you at Shark level? Or
I'm a Shark Ninja lover, because the company used to go by Europro, but in 2015 they rebranded it to the Shark Ninja Company, with the makers of the Shark vacuums and the Ninja products, like their Ninja blenders and their Ninja cooking systems and their coffee bars.
not sponsored. Yeah, I did say in the chat. I said, "Hey, if Shark ever decides to make a shop vac, it'll suck."
Well, I've been a huge Shark user for so long, because I've had many of their versions. I've had the original Navigator, and the Navigator lift away, the Rotator lift away, and the Rotator powered lift away. I know so many of their vacuums, because just like how someone who upgrades from their iPhone to the newer model, like how people went from the iPhone 8 to the iPhone 10 when it was just a 2 month time span between those two, I'm the same way with the Shark and Ninja products. Whenever there's a new product on the market, I'd be the first one to grab it, whether it be through Walmart or through the infomercial offer, because I've ordered so many things from Shark Ninja that it's just been a great company to order from.
Well, you need to talk to your representative, Angel, and tell them that you want them to sponsor your channel and mine. Will you do that?
How do I do that? Because
I don't know.
I don't necessarily know, because I would like to have a sponsored product on my channel sometime, because I'm pretty sure I might have enough people who will be wanting attraction, and I don't know exactly who I can contact or who I need to talk to get the representative to sponsor my channel for a product review. Because I see a lot of channels being sponsored, like there was people that were sponsored for the newer upcoming Spider-Man film that's in theaters now, and the people were sponsored by Colt for the new the Stranger Things season on Netflix, and I just don't know how to get a sponsor or how to talk to a representative of a company to ask about it.
Well, it takes digging. In the chat, they're talking about sales reps. Jesse's right about that. Sometimes they can help you get in touch with those people who can make that decision on whether or not to sponsor. And I'm not talking about Shark. That was actually a joke, because I can't imagine being sponsored by Shark vacuum cleaners. Actually, it would be funny as hell. I gotta say that I'd actually had a lot of fun with that. But yeah, if you're really wanting to find people that will sponsor you, all you got to do is reach out and talk to people, and they'll start pointing you toward those people who make those sort of decisions. Eventually, you'll get it.
Yeah. It's just that This whole stuff is still new to me because I've only been doing YouTube for about a year and a half or a year and 3/4
Mhm.
because I started doing YouTube in the late summer of 2017. But the stuff that I do nowadays, I did not start doing on a regular basis till February of last year, and it's just been a growing process of both learning how to edit, and learning how to record, and also getting the proper equipment, like the proper camera, the proper microphone. Even though don't have a correct microphone like yours is, and I'm jealous of you, Grandpa Jim. Oh, I wish I had your microphone.
Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, Angel. Don't be jealous.
I'm just joking with you. But
I know you are. I know you are.
it's still a growing process, and I would like to have my very first sponsor for one of my the videos in the near future, whether it be a fast food restaurant, a vacuum company, or whether it may even be a electronics company like HP or Lenovo. Whoever becomes my first sponsor, that would be my biggest achievement because I've always dreamed of having a sponsor.
Sure, absolutely. Well, all I can say is keep trying, bud. Keep trying. All they can say is no. Right?
Yeah. Someone by the name of Above and Beyond says that someone by the name of Brad will sponsor me with no problem. Hey, Above and Beyond. If you follow me on Twitter, can you show me who he is or get me in contact with him so I could do so? I mean, right now I'm not monetized at all, so there's no way for ads for the product to appear. So if I were to be sponsored by Brad, whatever company he owns, I don't. There won't be a way for his ads to appear on my channel because I'm not monetized of them yet. And even if I were to get sponsored by Shark, their ads won't appear beforehand because
Well,
not monetized. Duh.
well, he may be having a little fun with Brad, Drone Kings and Darwin, but listen, it doesn't have to be ads, Angel. It doesn't have to be ads. Like if let's say, for instance, I was sponsored by Seiko. All right.
All right.
You know, today's episode brought to you by Seiko and their new Kinetic, which they don't even make anymore. Watch.
Yeah.
Use the code videocallin show for 30% off. Not sponsored. But you see what I mean? That's the core. That's the kind of in-content sponsorship that you would probably have with Shark. Like today's episode brought to you by Shark Vacuum Cleaners. Get 30% off today by using. Hello, Angel. Hello. Hello. Angel, are you there? Is this thing on?
I just went to go get something. Today's episode of the Video Calling Show is sponsored by Drop Stop, the world famous seat gap filler that was featured on Shark Tank.
Not sponsored. Well, listen, Angel, it's getting late, buddy. Thanks for keeping us up to date on your move progress, and I can't wait to hear how, if it goes all well for you. I hope it does go all well for you.
Yeah, it'll go well, and I just need to get things finished up because because there are some boxes that I need to tape up that I'll be doing most likely tomorrow since it is getting late here, and I need to get things picked up because I still have been trying to sell my couches and my other furniture stuff, but it's been quite a difficult ride. But I might most likely have to donate it to a clothing or the thrift store place that takes donations.
Yeah, that's good of you. All right, buddy. Well, good luck with that. And hey, listen, we'll talk to you again soon. All right.
Yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye, Angel. Boy, when he jumps out, man. Use the code Drone Kings and Darwin and get 40% added. Awesome. Well, Brad, that's a discount I can live with, I think. All right, I'm not going to waste any time here. I'm going to get my next guest up here as soon as I write in his oh man, making me spell. Anybody who knows me knows that's not a good thing. All right. Boom. And let's bring him in. Hello, Stacking. Can you hear me?
I can. How are you?
I am fine, my friend. Let's see. Stacking. Wonderful. No camera tonight?
Oh, you don't see my camera?
No, huh? Look in the lower left portion of your Zoom interface, and you'll see a little camera down there. Click that up arrow and make sure the camera you can use is chosen, and you should pop right on.
All right. Let's see. You see me yet?
Not yet. Nope.
Okay. How about now?
Now we do.
I read flash through it. Okay. I did it like this, and okay, cool. So what's going on?
How's it good? How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I can't complain today.
You're cutting up quite a bit. I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Captain. I mean I can't hear you, but actually do me a favor and kill the YouTube video altogether. Maybe that's killing some bandwidth here. Yeah, just shut that guy down. I'll keep you apprised of the. Is that a little better? Much better. Oh, much better. Much better.
I closed that out all together. I'll close this out. Okay. How's that now?
That's much better.
Okay.
All right, cool, dude. So yeah.
So, can I ask you a question?
Ask me anything, man.
How did you come across my channel? Did I meet you in another stream? And forgive me if I did, and I'm just forgetting. But how did you come across me?
I run in a lot of circles with a lot of guys who, a lot of people actually, who hit a lot of live streams, right? To see what's new and different and everything. And I think it was Tony that turned me on to you from Viewed This.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
you gotta check out this freak wearing a bucket on his head.
You know, oddly enough, you're not the first.
Am I the first masked person on here?
No.
Okay.
A few weeks ago, we had The Shape on.
The Shape.
Are you familiar?
Nope.
Oh, it's so cool. What he does is he's in a hockey mask in every one of his videos.
Okay.
And he picks apart paranormal channels, you know, trying to see if they're fake or real. Some he agrees with, some he says, "Nah, you're totally faking that, dude."
Gotcha.
Yeah, and it's literally THESHAPE, and it's a fun channel. It's literally it's binge worthy content right there.
Is this called The Shape?
Yep, The Shape. That's his channel name. Yeah,
and check him out. Us masked people have to stick together.
Oh man, you have to.
Yeah, we're the minority of weirdos on YouTube, you know.
Oh, I know another one too. God the Good One.
Oh yes, I've come across him before. And you know, as strange as I am, I've tried watching his stuff, and I'm like, what in the heck am I watching? I couldn't wrap my bucket around it. So.
You might have been watching the same one I did, and that's
I
what.
could not understand it.
God,
my parents still don't understand what the heck I'm doing here. And my wife doesn't watch my videos. Maybe the one that has children in it, but.
Yep, my wife doesn't watch mine either.
Oh God, they just don't understand it. You know.
I know. I hear you. That's exactly my wife. Although she has literally been sitting right next to me during a couple shows before. She watched the whole thing, but she can't hear anything because you know I've got monitors in, and
yeah,
so she's just listening to me talk to the screens.
Right. Yeah, my wife wants nothing to do with my hobby. None of my interests. It's amazing that we've been together nearly 13 years. To be honest with you.
Hey, well, congrats on 13.
But thank you. September.
Sweet. Yeah, well, let me. I can't wait because this is the first time when I ended up in your live stream tonight. That was the first time I'd known of you, and I can't wait to see some of the other videos. But do you want to give us a little bit of idea of what your channel is all about?
Yeah, sure. I would say I've been on YouTube now for 5 months, and I started out basically talking about precious metals. stacking of silver and gold, and it was something that I really enjoyed doing, and didn't really have anybody to talk to about it. So I said, you know what? Let me go on YouTube. How can I stay anonymous? Because you're showing silver and gold. You don't want people to know who you are and what have you. So I said, there's a lot of these channels out there. A lot of them are just showing their hands, or some of them are showing their faces or whatever. But I want to do something that kind of sticks out. So I kind of figured I'll do something with this gimmick, And I enjoy Star Wars, obviously. And so I started doing that. And then I would say about a month and a half ago, I was doing one of my streams. And after my stream, I was talking to a buddy of mine. And I said, hey, you know what? I got a great idea for some like 80s based content, some movies and pop culture stuff from the 80s. He's like, dude, you either need to start a new channel or you should kind of switch direction. So basically, I kind of just recently morphed into a pop culture channel from the 1980s to today. I figured, you know what? There's still a lot of, silver and gold coins and everything that are, pop culture related. I have a bunch of like, Star Wars coins and what have you. But there was only so far you could grow in that niche. And I feel like pop culture, talking all things from the 1980s to today, I could go on all day. And I felt like it fit the Stormtrooper thing a lot better. So that's my bio on YouTube. But in a nutshell, basically pop culture from the 1980s to today. And I'm a 40-year-old guy wearing a bucket on his head. So,
and not just any bucket. I heard in your stream that this is not a store-bought Stormtrooper helmet.
Oh, yeah.
You made that.
Yeah, I made this from scratch, believe it or not. I noticed that the title of your stream tonight was Clubs That You've Been In. I'm not much of like a club guy, and one would think, oh, that guy's a geek. He's definitely got to be like in the chess club or something like that. But I recently joined an organization known as the 501st Legion. And what the 501st Legion is a charitable organization that specializes in Star Wars costumes that are canon to the films. And we do a lot of stuff with Make-A-Wish Foundation, stuff for Toys for Tots and other charitable efforts. And so if you go to, let's say, like a movie premiere or a Comic-Con event or something, and you see guys walking around like this, you're like, oh my God, look at that. That's like that's what I am. I'm one of those guys.
Oh, that's so cool, dude.
Yeah. So you get this, you buy it. It's just an empty plastic shell, the armor and everything. And it took months to do. It's a lot of money. And, it was like if I knew what was involved getting into it, I probably would have quit. I probably wouldn't have even done it. And, but I'm glad I've done it. I've got a website now. I post pictures from the different events that I go to, and it's a lot of fun. When the people come up to you, get a picture taken with you, go trick or treating with my kids, and then just like the adults come over, like, can we get pictures taken with you? Like, because it's canon to the film. What you see in A New Hope is what I'm wearing. So.
Right. Well, let's see here. Give me just a second here. What is, do you want people to know about the website?
Oh yeah, sure. It's just stackingstormtrooper.com.
Oh, okay. That's
yeah.
easy.
Yep. Easy enough. stackingstormtrooper.com. I post my videos on there. I do have a store where I sell some, merch on there. But that's just like a kind of thing for me on the side that's like fun. I'm not really generating revenue off that. That's just like another place to send my viewers.
Mm-hmm.
But really, like, YouTube has been my focus for this newfound hobby of mine.
And like you said, most hobbies you probably wouldn't want to be involved in, but they just suck you in.
They do.
Then they suck your wallet.
Yeah, dude, you're telling me. And it's like, my wife says it best. She says that I'm like a serial hobbyist, that I go from I get like stuck on one thing. I want to just do this thing nonstop. For a couple of years, I was in like a classic rock cover band. And then after that kind of wore on me, I said, okay, I got to move on to something else. So then I started the Star Wars thing. And then after that, I just kind of started doing the YouTube stuff. And like, that starts like draining you. Like, I got the green screen over there. I ended up getting some lights. I just ordered. Don't tell my wife. I just ordered like a big monitor for Prime Day because I've been operating on my Chromebook. But yeah, man, hobbies can be expensive, and I tend to choose the expensive one.
Your secret's safe with us. Don't
Thank
worry
you. I
about
don't think she's not watching. She's not watching me. She's not watching you.
it. Sometimes anonymity is great. Am I right?
Oh, absolutely, dude.
Oh, look who's in the
Absolutely.
house, man. We got Nick Nimmin in the house. Welcome,
Oh,
Nick.
Nick Nimmin, actually, he saw one of my videos and commented on it.
He
Yeah,
says,
hey, Nick Nimmin, what's going on, buddy?
yeah, he says, nice to see Stacking Stormtrooper on here.
Yeah, man. I kind of joke about him and his brother D. I mean, they look like identical twins, so I
know,
call
right?
them the clone troopers. And when he's streaming, though, he's always streaming on a Saturday. Like, at my time, he's always on like 8 a.m. until noon or what have you. And then on May 4th, he happened to have a Stormtrooper helmet right beside him. And a friend of mine messaged me and said, dude, Nick Nimmin is talking about YouTube channel angles, and he's got a Stormtrooper helmet there. I think he's talking about you. I'm like, no, he isn't. What are you talking about? I go on there and I'm like, oh, maybe he is. And then it turned out that he just happens to be a Star Wars fan. I'm pretty sure Nick Nimmin, the man with 415,000 subscribers, will adjust his schedule for me.
Well, of course he will.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Nick, get right on that, bud.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we're going to see Dunn in the chat here any second now.
So let me ask you, how long have you been doing this, Jim?
I've been doing it since about December of last year. So what does that pull me into about 8 months now?
Okay. Cool.
And yeah, and it didn't start out every night because I hadn't found my rhythm. I didn't know what I was going to do. So
Sure.
I popped on it anytime. I was trying to find my audience. And after the first 2 lonely months, I started getting guests.
Right.
So yeah, about 8 months is about all.
That's awesome, dude. That's good for you, man. And it's definitely, Nick Nimmin, like I watch your videos, and I'm sure, Jim, you watch them as well.
Oh,
but, starting out as a new channel, it's a challenge, to say the least. And, God bless Nick and Brian G. Johnson, Daryl Eves, and, video influencers, I could talk about Daniel Batal, like those guys, like, they're doing a great thing for all of us, basically giving us the tips on how to kind of keep pushing forward and, kind of stick with it and what have you. But, it's hard. And like you said, trying to find your footing, I wasn't 100% certain that I was going to necessarily stick with like the whole silver and gold and what have you. I'm still kind of finding my rhythm, and it was recent that I made this change, but yeah, man, you and I started out right around the same time. I think that was February.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, and you've obviously found a niche. What are you sitting at, 12 or 13K? Or 1.2? No.
Yeah. Like, oh, thank you. Yes, everybody. I'm at 13,000. Please subscribe to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
By all means, make that number real.
Yeah, I'm right around 1,200. Yeah.
That's
right
cool.
around 1,200. I would think like 1,150 or so, 1,160, something like that. Yeah, and so now, I'm just starting to. I want to try to get the hours under my belt. I got the subscribers. I want to get the the 4,000 hours done, and see where it goes from there. I'm not necessarily looking at this. I don't see this as like a full-time thing like a Nick Nimmin or whatever.
Sure.
I'm actually a teacher. I teach elementary school-age children.
Oh, wow.
So that's like something that is my passion. But you never know with YouTube, right? I mean,
Exactly.
crazier things could happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, I started this as a total hobby. Fortunately for me, I already had the equipment because, I do a lot of video production in the real world.
Right.
And always wanted to be in front of the camera. And I thought, oh, let's give this a shot. So yeah, I'm in the same boat. And not only that, but I've been watching these guys, all the people you mentioned, and trying to learn as much as I possibly can, because there's no better teacher than those who've been in the trenches for a good long time and learned all the ins and outs. Even though I'm a digital marketer, these guys taught me a lot. So
Right.
And actually, the first time Nick saw my show, at least me in the chat, and saw my channel, said, "Hey, I'd go on there." So Nick, I'm going to hold you to that.
That's
Not tonight because I'm only on for about an hour at a time, unless you wanted to come on. But
Nick, and dude, and Jim, if Nick Nimmin started ringing on your Zoom doorbell there and you bumped me off, I wouldn't hold you like I wouldn't hold anything against you. I would do the same. You know.
Well, everyone's
yeah.
important. In fact, he even said that he's changing his schedule right now because of our earlier conversation.
Oh, beautiful. It's hard for me to wear this bucket. I mean, you saw me in action, Jim, a moment ago, and you know, trying to read the stream in and of itself, plus wearing this bucket on my head, it's a challenge to say the least. Ohio Relic Hunter is asking me, when are you going to make the rest of the outfit? I have it.
Oh, he's got the whole shebang.
The whole thing, from soup to nuts. I have videos on it. I show the inside of my helmet. I show the armor that I wear. If you go to my website, you can see how I built it. I have the whole thing, but you need, Jim, in order to put it on, you need another person to do it. It's incredibly difficult to move around, and I would never in a million years be able to do any live streaming with it. So yeah, it's hard to waste, but
it sounds as difficult as real, like steel armor.
Yeah, no,
Wow.
It's hard.
Wow.
You know.
I had no idea.
Oh yeah.
But that's so cool. I do want to check that out because I'm a DIYer myself.
Okay.
Not that I'm going to build one of those, but
yeah,
but
it's expensive in a big time suck, bro.
Oh, I bet. I love so much to see people do that. That's okay, yeah. Nick. He's in a car right now. He can't join in the moment. Listen, dude, I've also created a show on Friday mornings now. I don't know, at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I don't know when that falls into your time zone, but that may be a good time, Nick.
Coast.
Yeah. For Nick, that would be a great time for him to come on, I think. I don't know what, because I don't know what time this show is, but I don't think it's convenient for his, normal location.
Right.
But,
isn't he like in the Philippines or something like that? Indonesia or something?
Taiwan?
Nick, where are you,
Nick,
buddy?
yeah, where are you? Oh, I know this because I've been on enough of their Saturday live streams to know this for sure. Oh, that's about 10 p.m. in Thailand. So we got a 12-hour difference. Oh, cool. So my show comes on at 10 a.m. Oh, awesome.
Decent Friday is good. That's about 10 p.m.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, nice.
That's
nice.
Beautiful.
Look at that, dude. That's some star power right there.
That's fantastic. That is fantastic.
Nick, and hopefully, Nick, being a Star Wars fan that you are, hopefully you'll come onto my stream.
That would be cool. Oh yes.
But
see, I got to watch Star Wars real time, first run.
Oh, when it first came out.
Yeah. Not many people had that. Oh, Thailand. Yes, of course. Oh, and Jelly Duck's here too. How you doing, Jelly Duck?
Hey, Jelly Duck.
I miss so many people. I can just feel it, and I hate when I miss people in the chat.
It's a challenge though, to say the least, because you're not only interviewing somebody, but then you're trying to watch the chat and trying to type to them. I hear you.
Yeah, I always think my main my primary objective is to make sure that you and I, whoever I have on as a guest, that's my priority.
Oh,
so
yeah. That's cool though by me, man. I know how it works.
Yeah, most of the people in most of my community, I should say, most people who show up to most of my shows, they understand that. I hope.
Yeah.
Sometimes they have fun with it.
The nice thing about the helmet is, like, when I've had guests on to my show and I've asked them a question and then they started answering, I could just be staring like this, but they can't tell that my eyes are actually down and I'm actually typing away in the live chat. Maybe you should start wearing a bucket.
Dude, I have. But it was an honest to goodness bucket. It was one of my bucket list shows.
Yeah.
My thumbnail, you'll see it. I've just got a stupid bucket on my head.
Just a regular old bucket.
Just a regular bucket, handle and all.
Beautiful. You're halfway there.
Oh man.
Just get the tube stripes and the paint and you're good to go, man.
I think it would make a lot of people happy if this mug was under a bucket for these shows.
No, come on now. You're a decent looking guy. If I took this helmet off, oh my God, it would scare off a lot of your subscribers. You kidding me?
Oh, and I was going to ask you, make sure you look in the camera for a minute. Can you look in the camera and give me a smile? I bet you smiled.
Oh, I'm smiling.
Looking for something for the thumbnail, dude.
Actually, what's really funny is recently I went to a Comic-Con event And like I said, people come up to you, get their picture taken with you and everything. And I'm actually standing there and I'm smiling, not realizing, wait a minute, they can't see what I'm doing underneath my helmet. Why am I smiling?
Why am I
So now I'm
cheesing?
starting to relax my face. You know, oh yeah, sure, come on over. And I'm just like, so
It's like it's a total costume, man. There's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna guess that he's smiling.
yeah. A lot of my subscribers, they've been begging me though to do like a face reveal, and believe it or not, I accidentally did a face reveal one time
Ooh.
on another channel. I once a month I do a charity giveaway event with another buddy of mine, and I was, because I'm wearing the helmet on my head, I'm here doing the facial recognition on the iPhone, but obviously it doesn't work with the helmet. So I'm like, all right, hold on, let me go pay you my PayPal, and I slide over to out of the frame like this, and I thought I had the camera off, and then I took my helmet off, did my paid, came over here, I put the helmet on, and then I see in the live chat that it's blowing up and everybody's saying, oh my God, you revealed your face. And I'm like, what? No, I didn't. What? And then a friend of mine, oh my God, and a friend of mine messaged me. He sent me the picture. He's like, dude, it's pretty bad. I'm like, oh my God, my YouTube channel's over. But luckily my friend, he took the stream down immediately, deleted it. And you know what? If there were I think 30 people on at that time, if for whatever reason that picture gets out there, it is what it is. I've got a face. Everybody's got a face. You know what I mean? All right, then you saw what I look like, and I just look like some dude, and then that's it. You know what I mean? So
that's exactly right. But it means a lot to you, right?
Exactly. I mean, because that's part of the allure. You know,
Yes.
people are seeing like, who is this weirdo doing this? Like, oh, I wonder what he looks like underneath there. And then once they know what you look like, it's like, dude, I don't know. Do you watch horror movies, or did you like any horror movies at all?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. Remember we talked about Jaws on your stream. One of my favorite.
Right. You liked. That's right. And I taught you something there about that one scene that you were scared of. Yeah, Ben Gardner. What do you call it? It's like I was seeing like Jason Voorhees when he takes his mask off and everything. You're like, oh, that's what he looks like. And then you lose that allure. You know what I'm saying? Like that mystery of like what's under there.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Which is arguably more scary than the makeup job that they did underneath it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. I know it. I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, let me ask you this. So your entire YouTube career has been helmeted.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Yep. Even with the gold and silver.
Yeah, the gold and silver, and that part of my gimmick too was, and I don't know how much time you spend in the stacking community. It's a small group of people, but they're a very welcoming group, dude. So like anytime. So a lot of the people that you happen to see in there, I would say a good 50-60% of those people happened to be subscribers that I picked up through the stacking community. And I always had a plan of once I got around 1,000 subscribers, I would start venturing off into different audiences and see like who I could, pull over or what have you. But a lot of the stacking community, they do a lot of those unboxing videos, and a lot of those are of that top-down angle, showing the hands of ripping open the boxes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so one of my gimmicks was like, okay, I'll wear the Stormtrooper gloves, which I got back there. It's hard to see them, and that will be my part of my gimmick,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the whole time I've just been wearing this bucket on my head, and I think I'll just continue to do so. Oh man.
Well, hopefully you don't sweat too much under there, and I didn't.
Yeah, it's comfortable. I got helmet fans in here. Telling you, listen, if you get bored later on and your wife is still not talking, go onto my channel and look at my helmet tour video, because a lot of people are like, what is like? Is it hot under there? What does it look like? And dude, the whole thing is blacked out with I velcroed the whole thing with the soft Velcro, industrial Velcro. I have helmet pads in there. I've got 4 fans running. I've got 2 batteries in here. I've got a Bluetooth microphone that's up in there. I've got 4 switches right under the chin here that operate them. So there's a lot to this. So if you're curious, so what, like, it looks like the inside of like a motorcycle helmet. It's actually very comfortable, believe it or not.
It sounds like it. Well, what are you looking through? What sort of a glass or plastic eyes are those?
Yeah. So the person that I am, I don't do anything half, and I'll keep it G-rated, half butt, right?
Half-assed.
Not brass.
They're not going to
Okay, there you
demonetize
go.
me.
Thank you. But you know, there's different levels in which you can build your stormtrooper costume, right? There's like 3 levels, like basic, then there's a thing called expert, which is like you do other modifications to make it more canon, and there's Centurion. So I built mine to like Centurion, and then took it a little further. So these happen to be, usually with the kits, they come with like a very flimsy green acetate plastic.
Mm-hmm.
I have welding shields in here. This is a welding shield material. I don't know if you're able to hear the tapping, but because I got my mic
no, but I
here,
trust you.
But yeah,
I guessed that in my
Did
head.
you?
Yes, in my head, I was thinking, I'm thinking welding helmet.
Yeah, it's a welding shield lenses. So I got those. I cut them to fit into the eye sockets. I drilled holes in there, put some this rubberized putty stuff called pseudo, and I have them fastened in there with acorn nuts and everything. So these aren't going anywhere. But they appear black, but they're green.
Yeah.
So you shine a light in there, like, you know, like the welding shield or whatever. They're actually green. So yeah, these are welding shield lenses.
That's awesome. That is so awesome.
Lee the Nerd is saying, take it off and show us the face reveal live now.
Oh, that would be cool.
Lee the Nerd.
I would never ask you to do that.
Oh,
Please do that. But I would never ask you to do that.
Maybe if I ever hit like 100,000 subscribers, possibly then.
There you go.
Know.
See,
we'll
now
see.
you got to make it worth your subs a while, right? So it's like, okay, at this level, maybe you change masks. Ooh.
Well, you know what's funny? I can't tell here. Oh, you can see it. Okay. So back there, you see that helmet right back there?
Which one? Oh, no.
I'm pointing all the way behind me.
Tell you what, let me take you.
Or is that not in my frame? If I turn this, how about
there
that?
you go. There you go. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that's just a piece of junk, $50 helmet or
Store
whatever I
bought.
ended up getting.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And so as a joke, one time people are like, "You gotta do a face reveal." I'm like, "All right, I'll do a face reveal." And I took this helmet off and I stuck it on my desk and I turned the camera. I had the camera turned around facing the helmet that it was off. I threw that one on. I said, "All right, guys, get ready. Here's the face reveal." I turned it around and there I was wearing the other helmet. So they got a kick out of that.
That's cool. That's actually what I had in mind, to be honest with you.
Something like that.
Yeah,
like
you take it off.
Yes,
you take it off and it's something else.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea. Somebody was telling me to do like a Nixon mask or maybe a Reagan. Maybe I'll do something like that. But I was going to say, Jim, next time too, that you happen to come into my stream, dude, and now like that I know what you're all about. Like this is the first time you and I are meeting. By all means, like I'd be so happy to shout you out and tell everybody that I know in there that come into my stream to definitely give you a look and subscribe to you, because I think you're doing also is pretty awesome, man. Anybody that is, you know, trying to help other people out, trying to get some exposure, the fact that you're taking time to give other people a platform. I didn't know what your channel necessarily was. It was just like, oh, if you want to join in and call, I'm like, okay, sure, why not? I'll just join in. You know, for all I knew, you could have been hazing me and make fun of me when I called in. But
no. I try to be as nice as possible.
No, you're a nice dude, absolutely. And
cool.
I believe in what goes around comes around, and like I said, I'd be so happy to shout you out, you know, many times. You know.
Well, I'm not gonna miss too many of your live streams. It's pretty cool to watch you, you know, interact with the folks in there, and I can't wait to see some of your hell. I can't wait to see the premiere you had tonight. I didn't get to because I was already on the air.
Well, I'm gonna set the bar low. It was okay. It's not as good as the other ones I was telling you to check out. The Day in the Life and Another Day in the Life.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna check those out too.
Those are, I promise you, like I would say, do those first. Those are worth your time.
Okay.
The others, yeah. Realistic. I'm not saying that my content's the best. I'm just saying which is good, and others are like, yeah, that's amusing. Whatever.
Well, you're modest. That's cool. I dig that.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah, you're right though. The thing about this show is that the one thing that's really important to me, in addition to having conversations with people, is to actually cut them out of each one of the shows so that they can use them on their social media. I've even offered to not publish them email them
Yeah.
to those folks and allow them to publish them as their own content. It doesn't matter to me. I'm not in this for the money. So,
Right.
um, so yeah, it's just all part of. Oh, my boy's here. Champ Works Garage. How you doing, bud?
Let me check. Let me look at my phone. Lee the Nerd, he is selling himself short. Thank you so much, Lee the Nerd. I appreciate you, man. You know that. Arthur Moorhead, hey, how are you?
We've
And
also.
I'm. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say with Juliet Miranda's in and Stacy Morgan and who else did I miss out of this? Any other questions that I might missed? See, that's one of the problems I really have. Oh, Ben on Adventures is going to check out your stuff.
What's that? I'm sorry?
Ben on Adventures, he's going to check out your channel. He loves Star Wars movies in general.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah.
Ben on Adventures, definitely check it, man.
Yeah, he's been on the show.
Very nice.
I've been really fortunate, guy. I've been able to several people several times, but I think my raw interview number is probably in the 70s now. 70 different
Wow.
people. Yeah, that's all the blue wrenches you see are of all people that have been on this show.
Holy cow!
And I got some to add.
That's incredible, dude. That's a lot. And so, what do you typically have? Like 4 people, 5, 6 a night? Like, how do you typically do it?
Well, it usually runs about 3 a night.
Okay.
Yeah, because you figure. See, I try to limit it to about an hour. Here we are at 11:30.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Oh no! Don't you apologize. I'm sorry for keeping you up as late, but no, I usually go for about an hour because I'm on 6 days, or 5 days total.
Yeah.
No, it'd be 6 days now that I'm on Friday mornings. Oh, geez. So well, 6 days a week.
But that's good too because you're going to see then I'm assuming your goal is to also monetize, right? If you're not already.
No. Well, I'm not up to monetization level yet, even though I've already applied for it. But since the latest rules in YouTube have been watered down and unenforceable, I've said, and I said this about a month or two ago, I said, I will not monetize until YouTube makes rules and regulations that we can actually follow. I just won't do it. I won't give them money that they don't deserve. In fact, what really ticks me off about monetization is the percentage that they take from like super chats.
Yes, they take 30%.
That's ridiculous in my eyes.
It's a big number. I agree with you. In fact, the charity event that I do once a month with a buddy of mine, his channel is called Guido Stackin. It's another guy in the precious metals community. He's got about like 6,000 subscribers. What we do is we'll raise money through the super chats. And, those charitable donations, based on the amount of donations that you do, we'll give you like appreciation tickets or whatever you want to call it. And as a way to thank everybody for donating, give them the opportunity to win silver and gold prizes. We have a precious metals company that actually sponsors the event.
Cool.
And they donate. Yeah. But so we raised, though, so to your point, and I tend to be a little long-winded.
Oh, please.
To your point, we did $525 in super chats on the last event, and this was going to Make-A-Wish Foundation, but 30% has to go to YouTube. And so, the problem we run into is like, yes, people can send money via PayPal, but then what happens is you're asking people to jump off of the one platform, the live stream, to go do something else, and some people might not want to do it. Super chat's right there, a lot easier. It's more of like an impulse thing, So, but I agree with you. I think 30% is astronomically high.
Yep.
And I'm curious if they're ever talking about changing that or whatnot.
I would hope so. I mean, it's a matter of economics where you lower the barrier of entry and you get more sales. So you literally end up with the same revenue in most instances.
Right.
And I totally get that. I don't have any problem with people that do accept super chats. It's just not going to happen for me because I don't
Sure.
I would rather, and I hope other people would do this as well, concentrate on things like their merch, sponsorships, and even offline subscriptions. I know it takes you off, like you were saying with PayPal, but Subscribestar and that sort of thing. But get something for your money. You know what I mean? Support the channel. But you'll end up with a T-shirt or something at least.
Yeah, right. Have you ever looked into doing like a Patreon?
Well, I already have a, Subscribe Star. I won't do
Oh, so
Patreon for.
Subscribe Star is
Yeah.
like a similar type of thing?
Yes, just like Patreon. Only they don't.
Okay.
They won't judge your content like Patreon does.
Okay. It's called Subscribe Star?
Yep, all one word.
All right, I'm gonna have to check them out because you know what, between Subscribe Star, between the YouTube channel, the website, Instagram, Twitter, and then I did have a Patreon. I mean, I still do, but I kind of made it inactive. I don't bother with it.
Mhm.
Is the Subscribe Star something that in the rear end to have to keep up with, or is it fairly simple? Or
Oh, it's fairly simple. You can create different
Okay.
levels of patronage, and then
Sponsorship.
sponsorship, and offer different things based on those different levels of sponsorship.
Right.
You can
Right.
post exclusive content to Subscribe
Right.
Star, and give that as a bonus of being a patron. But yeah, it's very very similar to Patreon.
Yeah. How do you track the people's levels? Like just like an Excel spreadsheet or a Google Doc or Google Sheet? Like how do you keep track?
Well, I don't have enough to worry about that yet. So,
All right.
so honestly, I'm not tracking at the moment.
Well, tell your wife.
I know.
She needs to be a Subscribe Star patron.
I haven't even opened this up to friends and family. They don't even know I do this. Immediate family does, my son, my wife, that sort of thing. But none of my extended friends, family, or colleagues even know that this exists yet.
That you're doing YouTube. They don't know.
Nope, they have no clue.
See, now here's the thing, and this is fun. Okay, and let me ask you before I start talking about my stuff.
Sure.
What is the reason that they don't know?
I wasn't sure if honestly, if I was worthy, if I was even going to be able to pull this off, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
so where are you sitting right now? 760, something like that? 770?
really? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I'm asking you. I'm not sure here. Actually, I could probably look on here.
I can look in the
720,
analytics.
yeah,
726, give or take.
You're
Yeah.
730, give or take.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, and I would be worthy based on that, man.
Oh, well, see, here's the
and
thing.
You just had. Go ahead.
There's another thing to that. I had somebody to beat as well, who is a friend and/or family or colleague, and I did so when I hit 700 subs. So I've been planning on actually releasing this kind of a soft release to like all my Facebook followers and that sort of thing. I just haven't gotten around to it, honestly, because I've been too busy. But I'm already there to where I'm saying, okay, yeah. I mean, look, I told you how many guests I've had on. That's substantial.
That's the proof is in the pudding. Right
Yeah. Give or take 100 subscribers a month average when you add them all up. Didn't start out that way, but yeah, I'm real happy with that. I've beat that entity, I'll say, and it's taken me 7-8 months to do what it's taken them 7-8 years. So I'm very happy about that. And yeah, so now I'm ready.
Yeah, and you'll see a spike too. Once you start telling them, they're like, "Huh, what is this?" And then you tell them, then you're gonna get another like influx of subscribers and support just by doing that.
Yeah.
And I think for you at least, what your show is and what your channel is all about is a lot more socially acceptable by the mainstream everyday person, as opposed to me telling people I'm and I'm on YouTube and I'm talking about God knows what. Why don't you subscribe to me? You know what I mean? And the teachers I work with know I do this. The principal, my superintendent, they know I do this stuff. My parents, my friends, like they all know I do this weird stuff. And they're like, and and that's that. I've over the years, like I've always been. I've been an outgoing person, but I've always been like a little bit guarded on my interests, like whether if something I like is like very nerdy or geeky or whatever, and I wouldn't want anybody to know that side. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And then here I am. I'm like 40 years old. Like, screw it. I'm gonna put this bucket on my head and do YouTube videos and see what happens. And I didn't. Same thing as you, like you said, dude. I had plenty of doubts. I still have doubts.
Yep.
Because you've been kind of doing the same thing for the most part, right? Your channel's been kind of the same thing. See, for me, I had my one idea. Then I kind of shifted gears, and but it seems to be working. I still seem to be gaining subscribers, which is nice, and it's good to see that the people that I originally had in the one audience, the one niche, is still supporting me. So,
Well,
yeah,
that's awesome, and that's what it's all about, right? I mean, my favorite part about this are the people that have
oh yeah,
that I've been able to meet. I mean, it's been so wonderful, so wonderful.
yeah,
Even the people I haven't met, I know them from chat.
yeah, yeah.
Love
No,
that.
and people do not understand it unless they do it. Unless they're a creator or there's something that like one of your viewers right now that's in the live chat and they're talking to the same people and the same group of people. You start developing your community. I've met, there's a few people who I've spoken to over the phone and everything like that, and I talk to fairly often. But I've met a person who I'm subscribed to and who's subscribed to me, and I've met them in New York City. I did a video on it. But actually, I would say for you to check that one out too if you get the time. It's called Stormtrooper New York City or Stormtrooper Take New York City, something like that. But I'm not wearing the bucket there, but I'm walking around and I'm like asking people if they've seen him. Like have you seen? And the guy's name, like, have you seen Novus? And like random people are like, what are you talking about? Like, what? And like I'm yelling his name. I'm a bit of a goofball.
No.
I think yeah, just a tad. I think that's why, and I think that's why I'm a perfect fit. You know what? I'm in the classroom with fourth graders, and
Oh man, yeah.
it's like one big kid with 20 something little ones. You know, Lee the Nerd says I met Stacking Stormtrooper in chat, and I had never been into coins, and him and I became really good friends. That's right, Lee the Nerd, and he's been on my show. Yeah, I met Lee the Nerd, I think, on a Nick Nimmin chat.
Well,
And,
he brings up
I-
what you were talking about earlier. Going to these other streams to meet people who might find your content interesting, especially when it's
Yeah.
kind of off the wall, right? I mean, mine is a perfect example. Most people
Yeah.
don't look for this, which is why I
Right.
think my numbers stay relatively low. I got to go out and find people, and they go, "Oh, that's what you do? That's cool.
Right.
Maybe I'll go on, or maybe I'll hang out in the chat and watch the show or something." So
Yeah.
yeah. So
And you know what? Again, dude, I'm telling you, man, I feel like if you pushed a little bit more, and I don't know you from Adam, but if you were like pushing a little bit harder into some of those different niches and those different audiences, there are so many smaller channels just trying to get noticed and trying to get exposure and trying to get out there. And you're providing, like I said, you're providing a platform for them to do that. And I can tell just by looking at your screen, man, you've got the top-notch equipment. I feel like your channel can go very, very far, to be honest with you. And I feel like I could see your channel being up there with like the Nick Nimmin types and the Brian G. Johnson and what have you, because again, like you're doing something that's helping others. It's just gonna flood you with more viewers. Mark my words, and those of you that are in the chat, wherever you are, I can't see you, name, but mark my words. I'll be able to say, I was number 726. I was number 73. I was on his show, and but I'm telling you, man, you've got a good thing going for you. You've got. I think you're gonna do very, very well.
Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. I did have
Absolutely.
one of my single-digit subscribers in tonight. I don't know if he's still here.
Nice.
Yeah. He's one of my first interviews, as a matter of fact. Nice young kid. Just came on and started talking about all the things he's doing on YouTube, and he's an upcomer as well. So, but thanks, dude. I appreciate the kind words. I, of course, hope you're
Totally.
right.
Yeah, dude. Look. You've been doing it, like you said, only like 7 months or whatever. You're averaging around 100 subscribers, and it just snowballs. And just keep plugging along. Like I said, you show up into my streams, I will definitely shout you out. There's a lot of the people in the stacking community that want to get out there more, and so once I tell them what it is that you're doing, I mean, it's a great thing.
Well,
And you got a great voice for radio too.
Oh,
I must say.
thank you very much. He goes into radio voice.
Listen to that bass. I've got this nasally congested, like high octave, like congested head voice.
It's all about the bass.
Oh, see, if I try to talk here, I'm gonna try to talk
Behind the mask, that sounded a lot like a muffled Darth. Yeah, it really did. Luke, I am your father.
See, I can't do it.
Sorry, that was my best.
That's more like me.
Peanuts adult.
That was a good one. That was a good one.
It's usually
Sounded
a teacher.
just like it. I knew what it was.
Awesome.
You know, I get a lot that I sound like, and I was saying it earlier today. I get a lot that I sound like Edward Burns, who's like and he's been in a couple of movies. Not anybody like really famous, but he was in Saving Private Ryan. He was one of the guys that was with Tom Hanks. You know, he's one of the squad there. And I guess I could see that. And and then I was saying like Charlie Day from Charlie Day. He's an actor.
Oh, from
he's been in a lot
Always
of,
Sunny in Philadelphia.
Roles. Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yep.
Yeah, he's talking like this. You know, he's always talking about so.
That was actually really good.
Oh, I need to run it a little bit more. A little bit more.
Well, listen, dude, it's been a pleasure having you on. I'm so glad you decided to jump off or out of your premiere when it was done to come over and hanging out, you know, for as long as you could. Oh, not a great gamer. I'm going to have to ask you on another time, bud. I'm sorry, but we're already at 11:41. That's 41 minutes after or longer than I normally go, but
it's all my fault.
It's all your fault, but don't feel bad.
I got a frown now.
Well, I think this calls for a deep dive. Are you familiar? You're probably not at all familiar with the deep dive, are you?
No, I'm not.
Oh, would you care to go through a little deep dive session? It's our opportunity to get to know you even better.
Okay, yeah, sure.
You good?
Hit me up.
Sweet, let's do it.
Deep dive.
Oh man, you
Still
even have the animations.
And
I'm gonna need you to take my stuff out here, Jim.
That's actually my voice too. It's genetically modified, but it is my voice.
Deep dive.
You want to hear it again?
Deep dive.
Oh, that's like the music getting first day off, like. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Okay, so here's how this works. How should I refer to you? As just stacking or stormtrooper?
A lot of
Stacking?
My friends call me Stormy on there.
Stormy. Okay,
not
Stormy.
Not to be confused with Stormy Daniels, but they all call me Stormy.
Okay. Yeah, really. We've got enough Stormies. All right, this is how the deep dive works, Stormy. In my hand, in my grib little hand here, I have 5 questions chosen just for you. This is our opportunity to get to know you more than your neighbor's chipmunk underneath their front porch.
Ooh, okay.
Yes. Now
I'm ready.
It's 5 questions. Now you got to remember that there are no wrong answers. There's a room full of monkeys behind me that with typewriters that put these together, and this is a special one because I'm going to have to dig into their Star Wars and horror trivia mind. So,
okay.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Cool.
Man,
Let's go on to question 1.
Question 1.
Oh, I still laugh at those damn things. All right, let's see, monkeys. Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees? Which do you prefer?
What?
Which do you prefer? What's your favorite?
I would say Jason Voorhees.
Very well done. He is the ugliest of the two, and he wears the mask. Well,
sounds about right.
So yeah.
They both do,
so they both wear masks, don't they? Okay. Monkeys, damn you. Okay. Very well done, though. See, you're 1 for 1. I told you, these questions are not hard. They're just in depth.
Nice. Nice.
All right. Question 2.
Question 2.
I should have drawn that out longer. I've got to think of something. Oh, who is your favorite? Luke Skywalker or Han Solo?
Han Solo.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. He's so dapper comparatively.
Oh, totally.
Is it me, or is Luke Skywalker kind of a little bratty?
Whiner?
Yeah, a little bratty whiner
little
teenager.
whining brat.
Yeah, post-teenager.
Oh, totally.
Awesome.
Couldn't
That's
agree more.
yeah, exactly. 2 for 2. Let's see. Let's think of another question. I mean, let's move on to question 3.
All right.
Question 3.
I'm so struggling with this one.
Normally, right.
Normally we have questions written down, and I'm like, no, I've got to do trivia questions, or at least genre questions.
That's okay, dude. You can ask me whatever you want. If you want to say cheeseburgers or pizza, like whatever you want to ask me, dude, I'm fine with.
Oh, well, this might be a good one. I'm guessing because of your hobbies and your interests, you might be a gamer. So, do you prefer console gaming or PC gaming?
Console gaming, although I haven't been able to play games for like a few years ever since I've had a second kid. So
Console gaming, very good, very good. Is it me, or is console gaming actually taken over to a certain extent from PC gaming? What do you think?
I would say, unfortunately, I'm not 100% well versed in the gaming world anymore. It's a toss up.
Yeah.
I feel like they both have, they both serve their purpose and they both have their following. So I feel like console gaming is probably a little bit more obtainable.
Yeah.
For people, you know what I mean? A console is $300 as opposed to like a computer costing an arm and a leg. So
I would agree. I would agree.
Gaming on that one.
Yeah. Very well done. I'm not a gamer anymore. I used to be. That's why I asked. So
nice.
All right. Question 4. I know you're dying for it.
Oh yes.
Question 4.
Let's see. Oh, I know. What do you prefer, sci-fi or horror as movies?
Horror.
Horror? Wow, that was fast.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely done. I would personally go for sci-fi, but that's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like them both.
I like them both too, but I really enjoy horror a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's wrap this one up. Stormy, you ready?
Yeah, buddy.
Fantastic.
Final question.
It doesn't get any better than this. Oh.
So glad it up to midnight.
Let's see. Let's see.
Got to make it a good one, Jim.
I know, right? That's so much pressure.
Your time.
I'm going to say
time, brother.
Boba Fett or Jabba the Hutt.
Boba Fett.
Oh no, I'm sorry. We were looking for C-3PO as villains. Yeah, it was a trick villain. like C-3PO is actually a villain.
Dang it.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Monkeys, you screwed it up again.
Darn monkeys.
But you did well.
Fire
you got
them all.
Dude, you did 4 out of 5. That is awesome.
Oh, look at that.
Even
Thank
got
you.
applause. That was actually the chat.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I've got this 2-way technology with the chat that no one else has. I just wanted you to know that.
That's fantastic.
Well, Stormy, man, I can't thank you enough for coming on. It was a great time. I hope you had a good time.
Oh, I had a great time, dude. It was great and very easy to talk to. Never make it blur, and enjoyed talking to you. And hopefully I'll come again. Hopefully I can get you on my stream, and it'll be great to talk to you some more.
Anytime. If you take interviews, anytime. I'm definitely going to check out his channel. Guys, check out this guy's channel. How can you go wrong with a guy who does an entire show in a bucket? How can you go wrong? Pizza the Hut. Oh, I missed my opportunity. Oh, I'm sorry. We're looking for Pizza the Hut.
Those space balls.
Oh man, me without my rim shot. Okay, well listen, Stormy, I will come on your show if you ever want me to. Certainly won't miss some of your live streams if whenever possible. And thanks
Awesome.
for being here, dude.
Absolutely. Hey, what's your email, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh,
Unless you don't want to give it out.
No, it's right at the bottom of the screen. Every show, it's videocallin@gmail.com.
All right. Well, I mean, look at what I'm wearing on my head. I can't see anything. Video call in
All
at
one word.
Gmail.
Yep. Video call in at gmail.com. Yeah, email away, man.
All right, bro. Jim, thank you so much to everybody in the chat. Thank you for spending some time with me, and keep on supporting Jim because the man is awesome and his channel's going to watch. Mark my words.
Thanks, Stormy. I do appreciate that, bud. You have a good evening, man.
All right, brother. Take care.
You too. Well, that was awesome. Listen, not a great gamer. I hope you heard me. I'm not going to be able to take another guest tonight. I'm sorry. Come back tomorrow night, and I'll certainly get you on, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. It should be a fun conversation. Thanks to all of my guests tonight. Wow, that was a fun show. Thanks to all you folks in the chat. It was great seeing Nick Nimmin in there. And I know I missed some of you folks. I'm sorry. Living Yes, how are you doing? I'm just going to say these real fast. Not a great gamer, of course. Saw you earlier. Leave the Nerd saw you. Who did I miss? I know I saw some folks that I missed. Oh, how Relic Hunter, Brand Ariels, welcome back to the show, my friend. Who did I miss? Who? I can't see anymore. Okay, but listen. Thanks again for joining the show, guys. I really appreciate it. I had a great time tonight. Tomorrow night, the show's topic is going to be favorite famous quotes. Again, that's Wednesday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow evening. I want to make sure that you guys think about the quotes that influenced your life the most, things that you found truth in, things that were just unbelievably poignant. And we'll talk about that tomorrow night. But for tonight, I'm going to bid you farewell. Couldn't do without you guys. I appreciate you being here. For those of you who are watching the show after it's been processed, by all means, and if this is something you dig, hit that subscribe button right now. Make sure you ring the notification bell so you always are notified when I go live, which is Sunday through Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Friday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be all for me tonight. I'm going to leave you with this. Make sure you treat others as you would have others treat you. If we all did that, this world would be a fantastic place. Thanks so much, folks. We will see you live.